My name is Jesse Wood. That's my face really large on that screen. That's exciting. I'm going to test and see if this works. It did work. Yes. A couple shout outs, first of all. Team Dominator, we in the house. It's actually Alyssa Goodman's birthday. On the count of three, we're going to say happy birthday, Alyssa. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Alyssa. She's going to cry and hate me later. It's going to be awesome. On the left side, or your right side of the screen, is my wife and I. We actually met when we were toddlers. Yeah, the Lord loves me that much. Just kidding. This is actually how we looked when we started with this business. And this is how we look now. Obviously, my wife did not age. Only I did. But I love her to death. She's in the back recording, my biggest supporter, my business partner. She's a beast in business. We have 5 kids together. I'm so blessed by them. And this symbol has come from academies and our legacy here. It's been amazing to see the Lord work in our lives. Last year at 10X, we were speaking as a marketing director team, but we became senior marketing directors 4 months ago. Thank you. Thank you. A solid 20-month run from when we started, and we hit SMD. But I'm gonna do something fun. Let's stand up really quick, because I love exciting exercises. How many people have never heard me speak before? Raise your hand. Okay. You're totally up for public humiliation. This is gonna be awesome. All right, we're gonna do something. This is gonna be really easy. In theory. Okay, Tracy's got me. All right, we're gonna count. You guys know how to count? I hope. All right, this is gonna be real easy. We're gonna start with just 1. Ready? 1, 2, 10. What'd you guys say? You said 10? Okay, you just read the screen. Okay, good, you're with me. But is that actually how counting goes? No, what's normally after 2? Okay, so look at your neighbor and say, WTF, bro? WTF? Why are you counting like that? You're skipping. There's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in between there. Why are you counting like that? All right, you guys can have a seat. But WTF? And I don't know what you're thinking right now, but I'm thinking, where's the faith? Where's the faith? There are, I believe, a lot of hard workers in this room. Am I in the right room? You guys hard workers? I also believe that there are a lot of hard workers in the world. The trouble, though, is I think there's a lot of hard workers that are incredibly frustrated. They're hitting their head against the wall. They feel like they can't quite grasp what they're really after, and they get stuck in a hamster wheel, even if they're entrepreneurs and business builders like us. I mean, how many agents are there like us on the planet, but are still failing to 10X? And I think it's simply because they're just missing one formula. You guys like math? Who loves math in the room? Yes. Who thought it was crazy when they started putting letters with the numbers? Yeah, well, I'm sorry to do this to you today, but the formula is nothing but letters. Yeah, so let me break this down for you. It's F times W equals R. I actually have so many letters mixed in with my personality, like OCD, ADD, all the things. I'm so ADD, like I read magazines backwards. Anybody else do that? It's like a weird thing, I don't know. So I'm actually gonna break this down starting from the right to the left. So let's start with R. R stands for results. Now, what are results? Results are your desired outcome. In other words, it's your why. And you hear this talked about a lot, but I'm going to tell you another formula. Your why needs to be big because your endurance, the amount of endurance that you have, will only ever be less than or equal to your why. Your endurance will never be greater than your why. Now, some people, they got a big why, but guess what? They don't have the ability to endure tough stuff. They'll never get there. But when your endurance starts to equal your why, you actually start to, imagine it's an equal sign, you can actually now pass through into your why. So this is why this is important. Now, if you don't know me, I am a licensed, ordained minister. I love the Lord. I grew up in church. And even if you don't believe in God or believe in the Bible, I'll say at the very least, there's some actual historical figures that endured incredible things, but did amazing things, had amazing impact, accomplished their why, and it's in the Bible. So I'm going to take us to one of my favorite characters. His name is James. Now, James' background is he was the half-brother of Jesus. Now, Jesus believed to be the Son of God. He was born by a virgin named Mary, which is why every brother that Jesus had was his half-brother. You guys tracking? They had different dads. Because Jesus' dad was God. Okay. Y'all are doing great. It's good. So James has a different dad. It wasn't like, a broken home or anything. Joseph, the dad, was a good dad. So James is the half-brother of Jesus. And the funny thing is that James did not believe that Jesus was the Son of God. Did not believe. Anybody have family that doesn't quite believe what you believe about what God has said about you? Anybody have like really close friends, like family, that just thinks you're crazy right now? Like, dude, you've lost it. They don't believe in you at all. Well, good news is the Son of God himself had the same problem, so you're not alone. Thank you so much. I'm preaching to her, just her. So, Jesus, believed to be the Son of God, he ends up getting crucified. It was a terrible way of being killed and punished for being a criminal, which he was falsely accused of things. He's killed, and crazily, he raises from the dead. And now, his half-brother's like, maybe he really is the Son of God. Maybe we don't have the same dad. I don't know. Maybe what he's been saying the whole time is true. How many hope that those friends and family members you got are going to come to that moment? They're like, you know what? Maybe they're still crazy, but it worked out. That's awesome. So there's still hope for us that are waiting for those moments with our family. You can go to the next one. So James, here's what's interesting. Jesus dies, resurrects, and then ascends to heaven when he's 34. He literally just goes into the sky. He goes home to his actual father. They traded custody. So now, he's in heaven. But James writes a letter, and there's a book in the Bible literally called James. And what you don't see is verse 1. And in verse 1, he says, this is James. He's writing a letter, so he's addressing it. He says, this is James, a bondservant of Christ. So he goes from unbelieving brother to believing brother to now a servant of Jesus. He allowed what Jesus was doing to shift his identity so much that now he's serving Jesus. But he says, James, the bondservant of Jesus, writing to basically the other Christians, the people that believe in Jesus, writing to them who are persecuted and scattered. See, what happened was Jesus' resurrection from the dead causes this whole what in the world is going on? He gets a bunch of followers, and all the people that had the old school religion that had been there the whole time, they didn't like that this was going on. So they didn't just take to Facebook. They went to just start killing them. So all these new believers, they were forced to get out of Dodge. Imagine us, somebody comes in and they're like, I hate Miliare group. I'm killing you all. What would we do? We'd be like, ah! Except for Kevin McGinnis. He would just charge it. And then I jump on him later, yeah. I'm the backup guy, You never see me coming. Like a ninja. So James, he's writing to a group of people who are believing something crazy and being persecuted. And this is the words that he says. He goes, consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You know that under pressure you have faith life. Your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it, endurance, do its work so you become mature and well-developed, not deficient in any way. First of all, all, that's crazy. Consider it a gift when tests come, and don't get out of anything early. But I want to look at this word endurance. Why? Because remember, we're talking about R in our formula. We got results, we want our Y, and we need endurance to get there. What is endurance? The definition, actually, if you go to the Bible and you look at the Greek word of what that endurance is translated, the Greek word is hupomene, which means, check this out, it's the characteristic of a person who is not swerved from his deliberate purpose and his loyalty to faith by even the greatest trials and sufferings. It's the characteristic of a person who is not swerved from his deliberate purpose. You see the connection now? Not swerving, not deviating, not diverting. And how do you get this whole like, I'm staying locked in mindset? He's saying the gift is the test and the challenges. The test and the challenges are the things that actually make you go, I'm doing this no matter what. So I'm like, oh man, my family, my friends, and the people are questioning me. They're like, dude, thank you for that gift. They're actually giving you something that you need right now. They're giving you the most important part of the formula, which is the results already. They're adding things up to help you get there. Now let's talk about W, which is work. Work is everything you know you gotta do. We belabor this point, staying locked in. For me, work looked like going to every single academy, not just to go, but in my why. Actually, let me ask you guys a question. Let me help you with your why really quick. Imagine you've got $10 million extra to spend. Your family's good. You got everything you've ever wanted. Like this is extra. It's not on you. It's not your family. Where are you putting that money? Where does it go? Like it has to go something outside of your general sphere. Like your friends are good, your family, you got a whole compound, whatever it is. All that's done. It's good. Where now are you putting money and why? And then fast forward to you're on your deathbed. And of course, family's there. They love you. Forget about them for a second. Who else is in the room? Who else? And why are they there? What impact did you have on them? And I'm going to let you stir on that for a second. For me, God's given me a vision of doing like a Shark Tank for young adults, helping them find their purpose, and not only mentor them, but invest into them getting going into their purpose and discipling and training them to do the same way. So I imagine on my deathbed, there's going to be people there that are going to say, I was a kid with a God-sized impossible dream, and you looked at me and said, that's crazy, I'm in. Let's go. And I'd grab them by the collar and just start dragging them into it. And when they're like, this is crazy, maybe I didn't hear right from God. I'm like, nah, we're doing it. It's actually proof we're going in the right direction. That's what it is for me. So when I jumped into academies, it wasn't for a sword and a helmet and a shield, which is what comprises of our emblem. But when you see it, when I see it, I don't think, oh, I want academies. I'm like, look what God is doing. He gave me such endurance because of the things I've been through that not only did we graduate, but we became elite honor grads, and it put me in a position on a stage like this to encourage you. So I'm practicing this whole, how do I help people with a God-sized crazy dream get there? You see, God's already helping me do this with a bigger vision. So the sword, the helmet, and the shield was just a byproduct of me having such a big why and knowing that God is going to get me there. That was work for me. Let's talk about F. I'm almost done. The way that you 10x, this is the trick, all right? When you're looking at your work, you're looking at your teammates, you know what you do when it's not working out? You just got to start effing things up. You just got to F it up a little bit. Look at your neighbor and say, F you. You got to F things up a little bit. You got to faith it up. You can go to the next slide. So let's continue with James here. He says, if you don't know what you're doing, pray to the Father, who's the daddy of them all. That's the theme here. He loves to help. You'll get his help and won't be condescended to when you ask for it. Ask boldly, believingly, without a second thought. And people who worry their prayers are like wind-whipped waves. Don't think you're going to get anything from the master that way. Adrift at sea, keeping all your options open. This part, the trick to having great faith is believing that God is a good dad. Here's what's so fun, is everybody that came into this room went through the foyer. And in the foyer is actually the phrase, the daddy of them all. So for all of you to get in your seat today, you had to walk across that belief. And a foyer, it's an entrance. It's an invitation to go deeper. And I believe that right now in this moment, the daddy of them all is inviting you to go deeper with him. And you coming into this room and being here in this moment was not by chance. And he's trying to F you up. I promise I really am a serious person if I have to be. He loves to help. But here's the trick to receiving. Imagine God's so good, his resources are infinite and endless, and he's going, you're my favorite kid. I'm going to give you whatever you need. What do you need? I got you. Here you go. Our problem is not trying to get things out of God. It's how do we catch it? This is going to be the easiest and hardest thing you'll ever have to figure out. This right here. People worry their prayers away are like wind-whipped waves. Don't think you're going to get anything from the master that way. And it's not because he's not good. It's because people who worry are not going to get things. But, and having this mindset, keeping all your options open. Let me teach you something about faith. Faith is what you believe, but hasn't happened yet. You believe that it will happen, but it hasn't happened yet. We talk about having a plan A, plan B, plan C. This is going to be really simple, but really hard. Your plan A is this business works, we crush it, SMD, EMD, EC, it's amazing, right? Everybody's plan A. What's your plan B? If you even just start thinking of a plan B, you just did this. You just, boom, opened an option. Did I just karate chop kill this guy? Yeah. I got Kevin's back for sure. You have to, plan A, say this with me, is plan all. Plan A is plan all. Because the moment you even start thinking of a plan B, your faith shifts out of plan A and it goes here, and God is over here trying to throw everything at you, the perfect prospect, the perfect client. And you're like playing dodgeball with what he's trying to give you. That was way more nimble than I thought. These are the performance pants. I just got them the other day. Express, I am open for endorsement opportunities. You have to be so locked in to faith. So imagine this, just reflect again. You're on your deathbed. Not everyone there is family, it's also friends. And what they're going to say out of their mouth about you, that you unlocked in them, is going to be contingent upon you having a crazy, locked in, dialed in faith. So let's count one more time without cheating. Ready? You guys stand with me one more time. Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 10. Let's go, dominate. I love you guys.
Okay. You see why he's one of my favorite speakers? Can I just say, thank you for the example that you set for this entire team. Jesse came in, went through CFT Academy, Elite Honor Grad. Went through CFT Plus right after, Elite Honor Grad. Won the Spartan helmet. Then he goes through EFT Academy, Elite Honor Grad, wins the Shield. Then he goes through NGA, Elite Honor Grad. And then he's like, hey, I'm about to hit my S&D promotion. Can I jump into LS? Jumps into Leadership Syndicate and graduates in the top of the class in Leadership Syndicate.
Look at God.
So, definitely somebody you want to learn from. He is a product of the system, but also just thank you for being such an amazing servant of God.
Thank you for making it easy.
Thank you, brother.
One more time for Jesse Wood.